Yeah. I think obviously it's just nice to get into games here. Exciting challenge for us tonight. I think they're playing. It's going to be a good game tonight. But it's just going to be good to get back into game shape here and get started.
You're saying you can't get into too much detail, but philosophically, what's kind of been the changes that Travis has implemented in terms of how he wants the team to play? What have you noticed?
Yeah, I think just a lot of the message has been this camp just playing just better defensively for our goalie. I think that's been a big emphasis, the first 3 days. Obviously, it's going to take some time to kind of get used to the systems, but I think, the main focus is to play fast and just play good on our own. And I think that was kind of our weakness last year. So I think we're trying to build on that this year.
That's a commitment, isn't it? Defense is a commitment.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of it's work based, winning your battles, winning your lanes. I think a lot of it comes with just maturing as a player, and I think all of us realize that that's a big part of this league, that you got to play defense to win. So we just got to take a big step this year and kind of focus on that just to win some games.
One of the things he said yesterday, Travis said yesterday, was that he wants to start formulating some lines in defensive pairings.
Yeah.
Do you kind of see is there a possibility there that maybe you and Drake can be a duo? Or?
Yeah, I think we had good success last year together. Obviously, in my short stint there, but yeah, I thought we had good chemistry. I think we're just going to keep building. I think in the beginning, can't look too much into lines. I think it's too early right now. I think once you get kind of later into the preseason, that's when you kind of start formulating more lines. But obviously, playing with Drake is always fun. He's a super skilled player, and it's just fun to play with.
How much maybe of an added element of that chemistry from playing in the summers in Nova Scotia last summer?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I think obviously we're just good buds, so I think that leads to good chemistry, I guess. But yeah, I don't know if it's good to ski with him in the summers, but I don't think it has too much to do with anything.
Nice to be back in an NHL camp and trying to get back on a roster here.
Yeah, it feels great, and get back at it and enjoying the camp, enjoying the time.
How did this opportunity come about?
Well, this summer we decided, my son, I want him to play in Canada, and just move as a family, and just try to see opportunity to come back and play somewhere. And opportunity shows up, and I'm excited, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to get back and show my best to make a team.
How old is your son?
He's 15.
15 and playing competitive
Yeah.
hockey? Yeah. Excellent.
Where is he playing at?
He's going to play for Don Mills Flyers this year in Toronto.
What do you see about the opportunity here in Ottawa for you?
It's all up to me, what I show. I'm still can play, can provide for a team, and still can play at the same level as I always been. So it's all up to me to show now that I'm in a good shape and I still can play.
Fun returning to Toronto tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting game and a lot of good memories about, and going to be a fun game tonight.
You've been away for a long time. I mean, how much has it changed in the last 6 years?
It's hard to say. It's camp just started, but camp never changed as far as I can see, and it's hard and it's competitive, and it's a lot of young guys wants to make a team, and it's always competitive, and you need to be at your best to make a team.
Zub wasn't on the ice, or your goaltender either?
Actually, Linus skated earlier today. Just he's feeling better, and just another maintenance day for Zuby. So.
Your lineup here tonight, I'm not sure if you've seen what the Leafs are doing yet. It looks as though they're icing a pretty strong lineup here tonight. But
yeah, I saw that.
What are you anticipating, and what do you hope?
You know what? I think you find in exhibition that there are a lot of games like that where you never know what the other team's dressing. You only worry about what you can control, and that's just the way it works. I think you see a lot of games like that throughout the league where one team has a little bit more of their regulars than the other team, and probably be flipped somewhere down the road with other teams. And a lot of times you see it when you're at home or on the road. You saw it a little bit last night with Buffalo and Pitt. But exhibition isn't just about wins and losses, or everyone would just play their team every game. So we're trying to work some guys through, trying to get a look at guys, especially early in exhibition. And our guys are excited to play tonight. And obviously some young players that haven't played any NHL games, so excited for them. They get even though it's exhibition, that's still a big deal for a young player coming up, and obviously be a good test in Toronto.
I was going to say, what's it mean for a guy like, Yakimchuk to get to line up in this game and play with Nikolay Kulemin?
Yeah, you know what? He's been a pleasant surprise for me all camp. You hear about young players coming in and their attributes and what they're good at, but the offense is kind of what I was expecting, but I've been real pleasantly surprised with the rest of his game and his attention to detail. Obviously a much bigger test tonight, but he's played well, so we felt like it was important to get him into a game. And a kid like Halliday too has slowly, for me, gotten better every day. And again, he hasn't played a lot of pro hockey, so he'll be excited to play tonight and hopefully takes another step once the puck drops in the game.
Would a guy like Halliday have the opportunity, Travis, to maybe make some guys in front of him feel a little uncomfortable?
I'm not. I mean, for me, it's you get through camp, you get through the first 3 or 4 days. Guys are tired. You try to see who's fading, who's maybe taking steps. He's only played 9, 10, 15 games pro hockey, and he's a big body. But for me, he's a guy that's kind of gotten better every day. Now we all know that, Game 1 exhibition versus Game 7 exhibition versus Game 1 regular season, things change fast, and we'll just get him into a game here and see how he looks.
Maybe on that, with guys like Halliday, maybe Yakimchuk, just in general for you, maybe moving forward, that you focus on maybe bringing in veterans as well to maybe kind of help get them.
Yeah, to be honest, we had a couple different guys slated to play in this game, and as a possibility, and you got to look at who's healthy, who's not, how it's going to affect them that way, and but that's playing them with Shabby all camp. There's purpose behind that, and I think giving him an experience before, and if he ends up going back to junior, that's you want him to leave with things that he needs to work on as well, and experience, because I think that experience also helps a young player knowing what how high it can get to, and that's just a little taste of it too.
Maybe on that, a couple of the players, the younger players, I spoke to Greg, to Yakimchuk, talked about guys like Shabbat as well, with Cousins kind of teaching them. Is that something where you go to the veterans and maybe say, hey, ahead of camp, I'm going to put you with this guy, and maybe kind of...
I think guys know that. I haven't had to talk to Shabby about it. I think, there's leaders on your team naturally know that when you've got a young guy like that as your partner, you're going to do some mentoring, and I'm sure Shabby had some mentorship when he was a younger guy coming into the league as well, and good leaders pass that on.